When life seems hard, the courageous do not lie down and accept defeat. Instead, they are all the more determined to struggle for a better future. It is through this lens of history that we should view the conflicts of today, and so give us hope for tomorrow. Although we are capable of great acts of kindness, history teaches us that we sometimes need saving from ourselves, from our recklessness or our greed. Our modern world places such heavy demands on our time and attention that the need to remember our responsibilities to others is greater than ever. Over the years, I have observed that some attributes of leadership are universal and are often about finding ways of encouraging people to combine their efforts, their talents, their insights, their enthusiasm, and their inspiration to work together. Even when your life seems most monotonous, what you do is always of real value and importance to your fellow men. I cannot lead you into battle, I do not give you laws or administer justice, but I can do something else. I can give you my heart and my devotion to these old islands and to all the peoples of our brotherhood of nations. It's worth remembering that it is often the small steps, not the giant leaps, that bring about the most lasting change. I declare before you all that my whole life, whether it be long or short, shall be devoted to your service. I have in sincerity pledged myself to your service, as so many of you are pledged to mine. Throughout all my life and with all my heart I shall strive to be worthy of your trust. I have sometimes thought that humanity seemed to have turned on itself, with wars, civil disturbances, and acts of brutal terrorism. This world is not always an easy or a safe place to live in, but it is the only place we have. The wartime generation, my generation, is resilient. The function of constitutional monarchy is to personify the democratic state, to sanction legitimate authority, to assure the legality of means, and guarantee the execution of the public will. It is my ardent desire that no citizen in my realms should suffer restraint. Sadly, we in Britain have been all too familiar with acts of terror, and members of my generation know that we have been here before. But those who perpetrate these brutal acts against innocent people should know that they will not change our way of life. Atrocities such as these simply reinforce our sense of community, our humanity, and our trust in the rule of law. That is the clear message from us all. We know the reward is peace on earth, goodwill toward men, but we cannot win it without determination and concerted effort. When life seems hard, the courageous do not lie down and accept defeat. Instead, they are all the more determined to struggle for a better future. We should take comfort that while we may have more still to endure, better days will return. We will be with our friends again, we will be with our families again, we will meet again. Everyone is our neighbor, no matter what race, creed, or color. It has been women who have breathed gentleness and care into the harsh progress of mankind. It has always been easy to hate and destroy. To build and to cherish is much more difficult. The theme of the Commonwealth Heads of Government Conference this year is Women as Agents of Change. It reminds us of the potential in our societies that is yet to be fully unlocked, and it encourages us to find ways to allow all girls and women to play their full part. When peace comes, remember it will be for us, the children of today, to make the world of tomorrow a better and happier place. We may hold different points of view, but it is in times of stress and difficulty that we most need to remember that we have much more in common than there is dividing us. Some cultures believe a long life brings wisdom. I'd like to think so. Perhaps, part of that wisdom is to recognize some of life's baffling paradoxes, such as the way human beings have a huge propensity for good, and yet a capacity for evil. None of us can slow the passage of time, and while we often focus on all that has changed in the intervening years, much remains unchanged, including the gospel of Christ and his teachings. I believe that, young or old, we have as much to look forward to with confidence and hope as we have to look back on with pride.